Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's Eastern Pacific Basin update. So, first, taking a look at Hurricane Gilma. Hurricane Gilma has rapidly intensified to a Category 3 major hurricane last night, and taking a look at the latest information, Hurricane Gilma has 125 mile per hour winds, 155 mile per hour gusts moving to the west-northwest, and has a minimum central pressure of 955 millibars as of the 10 a.m. update. And Hurricane Gilma has a very impressive looking eye and a nice looking inner core, which looks like Gilma is still intensifying on the satellite imagery. And taking a look at the official cone, Gilma is expected to become a 130 mile per hour Category 4 major hurricane with 160 mile per hour gusts moving to the west northwest as we go into 7 p.m. this evening. And then as we go into 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, 120 mile per hour winds, 150 mile per hour gusts moving to the west northwest. As we go into 7 p.m. tomorrow evening, Gilma is going to weaken to a 115 mile per hour Category 3 hurricane with 140 mile per hour gusts moving to the west. As we go into 7 a.m. Saturday morning, Gilma will weaken to a Category 2 hurricane with 110 mile per hour winds and 130 mile per hour gusts moving to the west. As we go into 7 p.m. Saturday evening, 105 mile per hour winds, 125 mile per hour gusts moving to the west. Going into 7 a.m. Sunday morning, 90 mile per hour winds and 115 mile per hour gusts moving to the west, weakening to a Category 1 hurricane. And then as we go into 7 a.m. Monday morning, 75 mile per hour Category 1 hurricane, 90 mile per hour gusts moving to the west, and then Gilma will weaken to a tropical storm as she moves over cooler ocean waters as we go into 7 a.m. Tuesday morning as a 65 mile per hour tropical storm with 75 mile per hour gusts moving to the west. Now, taking a look at our newly formed tropical depression southeast of Hawaii, this formed this morning, and as of the 10 a.m. update, this tropical depression 1C, has maximum sustained winds of 35 miles per hour, gusts up to 45 miles per hour, is moving to the west, and has a minimum central pressure of 1,005 millibars, and it already looks very impressive on satellite imagery. A very organized little tropical depression here, almost looks like a tropical storm on the satellite imagery. And taking a look at the latest cone, as we go into this evening, 7 p.m., tropical depression 1C will become tropical storm with 40 mile per hour winds and 50 mile per hour gusts moving to the west. As we go into 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, 1C will become a 45 mile per hour tropical storm with 60 mile per hour gusts moving to the west. Going into 7 p.m. tomorrow evening, 50 mile per hour winds, 65 mile per hour gusts moving to the west. Going into 7 a.m. Saturday morning, strengthening to a 65 mile per hour tropical storm with 75 mile per hour gusts moving to the west. And then as we go into 7 p.m. Saturday evening, a 70 mile per hour tropical storm nearing that Category 1 hurricane strength with 85 mile per hour gusts moving to the west northwest. 7 a.m. Sunday morning, 70 mile per hour winds, 85 mile per hour gusts, about 100 miles south of Hawaii, and the southwestern corner of the big island of Hawaii is now in the cone of uncertainty. It's going to be a close passage to the big island of Hawaii. As we go into 7 a.m. Monday morning, 70 mile per hour tropical storm, 85 mile per hour gusts moving to west northwest to the southwest of the big island of Hawaii. And then going to 7 a.m. Tuesday, a 60 mile per hour tropical storm with 70 mile per hour gusts moving to the northwest, just to the southwest of Hawaii. So taking a look at the Spaghetti Model Guidance for Tropical Depression 1C, as we go into the next 72 to 96 hours, Tropical Depression 1C will strengthen to a strong tropical storm or Category 1 hurricane and move between about 50 and 150 miles south of the big island of Hawaii. This is going to result in some flooding rainfall for the big island, probably some gusty winds, maybe some storm surge. So make sure you're really paying attention to Tropical Depression 1C if you live in Hawaii, especially the big island. And any northward shift in these models will significantly amplify the impacts to the islands of Hawaii, especially the Big Island, so make sure you're monitoring this storm very closely if you live in Hawaii. And taking a look at the intensity model guidance, many of the models are taking Tropical Depression 1C to not just a Category 1 hurricane, but to a strong Category 1 hurricane, even one taking it to a Category 2 hurricane. So make sure you're watching this very closely in Hawaii. And before I close the video out, we do have another disturbance in the Eastern Pacific Basin with a 50% chance of tropical cyclone formation over the next 2 days and an 80% chance of tropical cyclone formation over the next 7 days, with an overall high chance of development. Taking a look at the forecast discussion for Invest 92E, a broad area of low pressure is formed several hundred miles to the south of the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula and is currently producing an area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms primarily west of its center. Environmental conditions are forecast to be generally conducive for development over the next several days, and a tropical depression is likely to form during the next few days while the system moves west-northwestward at about 10 miles per hour over the central portion of the Eastern Pacific Basin. Formation chance through 48 hours is medium at 50%, and formation chance through 7 days is high at 80%. This will likely also become a hurricane, but thankfully this system is not expected to impact any land. So thanks for watching this morning's Eastern Pacific Tropical Basin update. If you live in Hawaii, make sure you're watching Tropical Depression 1C very closely. Please stay safe and have a wonderful day, my friends.